Last year by this time, churches were closed to service. This was a measure by government to curtail the spread of the coronavirus by limiting social gatherings. The directives meant that churches had to devise new means to hold meetings for Easter. This year, although church services are allowed, congregants have to follow restrictions. The Catholic Bishops' Conference, for instance, has also cancelled several activities usually done to mark Easter. The news team visited some churches to ascertain the level of preparedness for the celebration. During my visit to the Cedar Mountain Chapel Assemblies of God at East Legon, church members were putting the place in shape for service. Several church services will be held beginning this Friday, which marks Good Friday, through to Easter Monday. This will bring many people together to worship and celebrate. In this regard, the church has provided water and soap for washing of hands, amongst other protocols.
When you are entering, you could see that we have the washing bowls, in front. That long stretch ramp you see there is for the physically challenged. Yeah, so we have about 4 here, and then at the ground we have another 4 of the bowls, so 8. So there is no queuing. Now we make sure that we check your temperature, and then before you enter, even after washing your hands, we still have hand sanitizers. After that, you sanitize your hands, and before you enter the auditorium, you have to sanitize your hands again. There's somebody at the door who opened the door for you, so that we don't allow everybody to be touching the door.
The lead pastor of the church also called on all other pastors to follow suit to push COVID away.
I'll plead with my colleague pastors, let's observe the protocols. God will not do by miracle what we must do by common sense, by simple obedience, and by responsibility. We are agents of change. We should not be tools in the hands of Satan to perpetuate and to increase evil and destruction. So once the church is not cooperating, then we become agents of Satan in spreading the virus. That's not the purpose of the church.
It was a similar situation at the St. James Catholic Church at Osu. Social distancing and other safety protocols had been given prominence. Reverend Father John Patrick Tindana, resident priest at the St. James Church, entreated Christians not to avoid fellowshipping in church during this Easter.
Always being alert. You can see in the church we still have our markings there, at least 1 meter kind of a distance. So we make sure that people still come to church wearing their mask. If you are not wearing a mask, we'll get you one, or you are not able to enter. So in fact, the church is the safest place, because whereas many people, institutions even relax on the COVID-19 protocols, the church will continue to insist upon observing of these protocols.
Most churches who have decided to hold services during this Easter festivity indicating their willingness to obey the president's directives and also follow the various safety protocols, that is by washing their hands, using sanitizers, and also practicing social distancing and wearing of face masks during the various services they will be holding. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Kweku Ediama Ansa.